Again. Now in black and white.
Come on, Shin. Take your sorrow and turn it into anger. Zaft thirsts for the strength of its people. Hey everybody, welcome back to another Stoneface Reactions. I'm Theta, this is Lessons, and we are back with another episode of Mobile Suit Gundam Seed Destiny. Thoughts about last eif
Kagali marries Yuna, I wish that Yuna dies in a fire.
Bit harsh.
But thorough.
I mean, you're like treating him like he's done something horrible.
I just don't...
At worst, he's guilty of, like, social faux pas. And it's like, yeah, horrible guy. He's manipulating somebody for his own gains. As do we all?
Yeah, I know, but it's just so... He just feels so... Ugh.
Yeah, you don't like him because he's sleazy, but I don't think that deserves dying in a fire.
Okay, he can get decapitated first and then die in a fire. I mean, we could just mix this up.
We've literally got people that are, like, shouting racist shit and firing nukes at groups of civilians, and you're like, that guy. That's the guy who's gotta die.
They're gonna get killed by the nature of the war. I mean, that's what all the big robots are for. That you go and kill that guy. But this guy doesn't seem like he's gonna be killed by a straight shot from an energy rifle. So, you know, a good stabbing like 40, 50 times. I mean, you know, I just want to make sure he's, you know, he goes into the afterlife, like the 7-level hell or something. You know,
I mean, you're targeting Yuna and not like his dad, who's probably manipulating him.
True.
Or like Lord Gibral, who's like manipulating everybody.
I just Lord Gibral is like a crybaby. He's like, it's like, you're pathetic. I think he also will die in a fire, but it's like a fire of his own making. Like this, Gibral is the kind of guy who was like, oh, I'm standing with my cat, and he's soaking the fire, and then it just a little bit jumps into his pants and starts catching on. He's like, ah, and then trips over something, and then rolls into alcohol, and that sets on fire, and then a chandelier falls on top of him, and then he crawls out of that crying. You know, that's the kind of thing that I see Gibral going down. Yeah, he should die, but not efficiently. He's somebody who will probably kill himself.
I feel like you just figured this out with your detective vision.
Yeah. So there you go.
I don't know. It just seems crazy where you point your guns at. That's to me anyway. Like there's so many other people in the show that just...
Oh, me, yeah. A lot of people that start killing. But the show already robbed me of Yissa getting killed. Like, oh, we cannot prosecute the people of the past who committed horrible war crimes. Like, why not?
Because if we started killing people, there'd be none of them left.
Just one guy.
No, because there's plenty of other people that are just as guilty as Yazzie.
Okay, it's gonna be like 20 or 50 of them. We're already launching nukes. The problem is not that you're killing people. The problem is you're killing the wrong people. You're killing people for the wrong reasons, and you're killing the wrong people.
No, because we're going to go after like all the people in the fucking military on both sides, because they're both guilty of all this shit. The Zaft occupation forces on Earth, for example, and then you've got the terrorist forces for that do the shit for the Earth Alliance, because they're all Blue Cosmos. Literally, there'd be nobody left at this point.
Except the civilians.
No, because the civilians aid the terrorist forces. At that point, God, I want to pull up real-world history, but I'm not gonna. It's that mental block I'm gonna put in my head.
Okay, let's
at some point you have to argue at who's culpable for how much shit. Are the civilians supplying and housing the terrorists as guilty as the terrorists?
Depends on under the conditions in which they're housing.
So now you're giving them wiggle room. It depends. That's going to cause. We're going to need an investigative council. We're going to need a judicial. Yeah. How long are we going to spend on this? And by the way, how many other people are being attacked and killed while this investigation is going on? We're not helping to stop anything. Now we're just prolonging the suffering of individuals.
No, but they had a moment of peace, a couple of months of peace. That's when it should have happened. But in fact, the SAP was going to prosecute him, and Durandal was like, "No, we shouldn't do that. That would be bad." It's like your own people wanted him to, you know, face trial for what he did because they don't want to set the example that their soldiers callously kill civilians. That's the reason why you would prosecute him. It's like, oh no, it's okay. We kill all the people now. We're not gonna kill all the people. We're gonna kill this motherfucker right here, the baby killer. That guy, yeah,
To
that
be
guy.
fair, she wasn't a baby.
Well, she was a child,
Yeah.
She was like, what, 5? Okay, the murderer of 5-year-olds.
Well, to be fair, there was a lot of other people on that thing too.
Yeah, but I mean, once you present that to the on court, it's like, yeah, all the people died. This cute 5-year-old got the worst of it. And her mother, Ed, you can see, just popped up like, yeah. And we're like, okay, he's guilty. Who gets the sword? I mean, I would see the jury just making a line like, okay, who gets the sword? Okay, never mind,
Once again, though, you go after Yazek, you got to go after a whole lot of other people. And unfortunately, a lot of those people are the entire youth of the Coordinator Nation, which, by the way, we already know is declining birth rates, which means that you're killing the entire generation of your own future. When you go after the coordinators to kill them, you got to remember, there's not a lot of coordinators coming up anymore.
Yeah, but that's how one way you actually stop the cycle of violence, because if people don't get punished for what they do, then other people say, oh, that guy got away with it.
Yeah, well, remember that the coordinators are mostly the victims here, too.
Yeah, but I also said once you cross certain lines, you can be the victim and the abuser.
Well, let's just remember that you want to kill a guy for being socially awkward. So, I think it's
he's not being socially awkward. He is being
very awkward.
No, he's being very deliberate.
It's not very good then.
He's not fumbling. He's not like, oh no, I'm so sorry. I didn't meet you. It's like,
I'm not fumbling. You remember when he leaned in for a kiss and she's like, yeah, no, thank you. And he's like, all right, forehead it is. It's pretty fucking awkward.
Yeah, it was awkward because she dodged it otherwise. And now he's like, oh, you got to marry me and all that. It would be great for our nation. It's like,
all right. Well, before we get too far into the jokey bits, I just want to remind you that we do have a long conversation about, is it possible to get redeemed? Is redemption a thing that's viable? Also, the goal in punishment isn't to kill people, it's to rehabilitate them or make them functioning members of society. I believe we also had a long debate once about the whole Babylon 5 mind wipe thing, and not specifically, I'm not bringing it back up to the whole mind wipe function thing, but the ability to service society, to give back the debt that you owe it. You shouldn't just kill people. You shouldn't kill people just for an eye situation. You should be able to.
Okay, fine. Backbreaking labor in some rock pit somewhere will do me fine in the next 20 years. I'm willing to compromise.
If you're a commenter out there that just started imagining Yazek shirtless working hard labor, let us know in the comments.
I will talk about Yuna. The socially awkward.
Sorry, I didn't know that you shifted from Yazek to Yuna.
Oh, Yazek needs to die by laser blast. But you know what? That's just a personal preference. I didn't get to write the show, so.
You didn't get to write, as though you were up on the chopping block to write the show. I didn't get to, though. They went past me on this one.
Yeah.
Maybe next time.
Japanese writers, directors, producers, sing writers, entire nation's worth of artistic people. They didn't choose me. It's a shame.
They got passed up yet again.
Yeah, I know. It's like
from 1979 onwards, they keep overlooking me to write these Gundam episodes.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, because what you're saying, despite the fact that we're coding it in like this sugar coating of jokes.
I mean, it's just I just don't like the characters. That's all.
Well, I'm not focusing on. Sorry, you keep going back to Yuna. I'm assuming, but I'm not focusing on the fact that you're angry that Yazek got spoken up for by Durandal for not having to. Because again, I believe that his point is that he is trying to focus on
the future,
pardoning a generation. Yeah, because again, if not for just, hey, it was a war and we all did things that we regret, and unfortunately, that's just the nature of what the times were. If not for that, then the fact is that there are third to fourth generation coordinators which basically cannot have kids anymore. And that if we just eliminate an entire generation of kids that we, the adults, sent out to fight, essentially making them guilty of the crimes that we forced them to commit, then we've killed ourselves, essentially.
Twice over.
Well, yeah, because we're going to...
I get it. You're not getting justice because the real people responsible are the people that are judging them. And also, by the way, we kill them off or we drive them away, then we won't have a new generation and we're going to all die off.
And ultimately, the people who are made to pay for our crimes is all of us, including the innocents.
There you go. Yeah.
But Yuna didn't do anything. Like, I don't like Yuna either, by the way. I'm not putting myself out there as, like, defending Yuna because I like him. He is a character that I would not be hurt if he didn't exist at all. It's just...
I don't know, 20 million man-hours of scraping poop dog shit out of sidewalks. I don't know, something like that.
I think you're the bad guy, Lessons.
I didn't say I was a good guy.
Yeah, but you're actively like, hey, guys, I don't like community service. Like, for what? You're the tyrant here. I think you're turning fascist, Lessons. Literally. Like,
but am I doing the wrong thing for the right reason or doing the right thing for the wrong reasons?
You're doing the wrong thing for the wrong reason.
I disagree.
You're making people suffer because you don't like them. You don't like them isn't a good reason. Making them suffer for no good reason is the wrong thing. You're doing the wrong thing for the wrong reason.
I bet you that this show will certainly give me a good reason for hating him even more. They're setting it up. God, I hope it's not where they're going.
I mean, is that possible? Yes. I don't think so, though. I think he's going to turn out to be a patsy. Like, he was just doing what his dad told him to do, and he didn't realize what his dad was up to.
Could his dad be part of the Logos group? Probably.
He's been on the Jibril's screens before.
Yeah,
I don't know if being on the screens implies anything, but everybody we've seen on the screen so far has been.
No, but he said being interviews and stuff like that. Like he's seeing there have been stuff in there, and they'd be like,
yeah, but the people in the interviews have been people that he's been in contact with.
But I'm talking, so he could be, well be.
Yeah, I mean, why would Jibril be monitoring random ass people? It feels like he's only monitoring people that he has, like, finger in the pie. I don't know. Until Yuna does something worthy of, like, hatred.
Oh, that would also explain why Jibril is not afraid of Orb, because he has an in with the Prime Minister. Like, yeah, no problem.
Well, I know a representative.
Oh, that's the title. Representative. That's the title they give. Well, they translate it as representative, but the title they give Kagali is more like president, or chief.
Well, no, she's the chief representative. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Unato, which is his name, by the way, is a representative. She's chief representative.
Yeah.
Which I would assume in the terminology would make her prime minister and him a minister.
A minister, yeah.
I don't know. We are only on like episode 12 out of 50, so it's hard to tell.
Yeah. It's going to be a lot. This is going to be a slug. Well, not a slug. I mean, I'm having fun with it, but it's going to take a while till we really get to the meat of things.
Well, I mean, for all we know, we're still in like arc 1.
Yeah, introduction. Getting all the pieces together, all the
no, I don't mean like introduction. I mean like Durandal could have a master plan, and it's just the arc 1, and then somebody else is going to come in. Because we haven't messed with the Zala faction very much, assuming that those terrorists weren't just all of them.
Yeah, I doubt very much. I mean, they had to launch from somewhere, right? A ship or...
For all we know, they just stole them.
Yeah, but okay.
The same way that they stole the Gundams, the Logos people.
Yeah, but remember they launched from a ship to steal them, right? So then, remember...
You wouldn't have to launch from very far if you're literally stealing them from the base that's right next to Jaina 7.
But they wouldn't... Why wouldn't Durandal not know that they got stolen, right?
Maybe he does. Vis-a-vis my whole thing that I told you about. This is all his thing.
Yeah.
He could have arranged for them to steal them, is the whole thing.
And that's one of the reasons why he wouldn't turn the terrorists in, if there were any survivors or anybody connected to them, because they could talk and say, yeah, by the way, I had help from, not Durandal directly, but I had help from this guy. And it's like, wait a minute, this guy, how could this guy help you? Well, yeah, because it's, see how it goes.
Well,
right?
It would be more of the thing of how Lacus gave Kira the freedom, and that there was people along the way that allowed them to get into the passageways to then take the thing. That those people wouldn't be around to report on anything. On Durandal, I mean.
Yeah, there would no direct.
The only people that we know are involved are the people who died there.
Yeah, so far.
Yeah, so there's nobody to ask. And Durandal,
but it wasn't
Durandal being the guy in charge could just wipe the records. There's no record of where they stole them from.
Because it's not simply a matter of the mobile suits; it's also a matter of the rockets they used to. Because they used like thousands of these rockets things. They were to push the remains of the station. So yeah,
I don't know. There's a lot of questions remaining and a lot of episodes left to ask them.
Although that could actually be explained in the manga that you're reading. The scavengers. All this could be scavenged as well.
Sorry, I didn't know there was going to be an enemy on the inside.
Yeah.
It's in the manga. Read the manga. Explains how Kira got to the plants.
You said you were reading the manga, so I was like, yeah, I'm not reading the manga. You're reading the manga, so.
Yeah, like I said, I didn't know I was going to get stabbed in the back this episode.
If you didn't tell me you were reading the manga, I would not have referenced it.
I said I read 2 chapters so far.
I'm just
You're
saying.
Like, well, it probably explains it in the manga. Fuck off.
That's not what I said. I said it might be a thing in the manga. So,
all right. Well, that's it. I think we should go ahead and get on to it.
But before we get started,
make sure that you hit the like button,
hit that subscribe button,
comment down below to feed that algorithm.
On top of all that, if you want to watch more shows like this,
unfiltered,
uncensored,
and uncut,
as well as some early access stuff,
you can check it out over on the Patreon.
It's just $5 a month, but hey, no pressure.
There's zero pressure in order to do that. It's just a little bit of extra support, and it would be greatly appreciated.
Like I said, Orb has no good position. Feels like the best position is the neutrality route, but that's what fucked them over last time, so they don't want to do that route. It doesn't hurt that Kira lives there. Could get your sister's killer and the whole country in one go.
Yeah.
Least effectual Gundam ever.
I mean, technically, I think Kira still has a Gundam, right? He didn't return it or anything.
I don't know why you said technically.
I mean, when I say technically, I mean that since by treaty, I think those Gundams should have been either returned or destroyed. But they belong to Orb, right? They were developed by Orb. No. He has actually those were developed by Zaft, so they should have been returned to Zaft.
Yeah, but if they were returned to Zaft, then why doesn't Zaft have them?
Exactly. Which means he still has them.
It seems like a weird point to use the word technically is all.
Oh.
I mean, you could have easily said, didn't Kira still have the Gundam?
Yeah.
Because usually, technically, it's something you throw out there if you're like, we're having a debate. Like, well, technically, I don't believe that there was a part of the treaty that mentioned the return of the Gundams. Like, well, technically, we've never seen them. They're not even in the opening. Or the ending, as far as I can remember.
Beard of Twilight.
Yeah, they're about to bombard the ground with their landing pods, remember?
But doesn't... Oh yeah, their fleet is still damaged, so they couldn't intercept us. reinforcement operation. How convenient.
I mean, technically, this is just a self-defense force.
Yeah. A reinforcement of...
Well, they're, yeah, reinforcing Carpentera and, Gibraltar.
Gibraltar, yeah.
Both bases that we saw in Season 1.
Well, so much on reinforcements.
ミネルヴァ出港しました。かなりの高速艦ということだからな。了解を出るのもすぐだろう。あちらへの連絡は？
は、すでに。
こちらの配備は終わっているな。
はい。
さて、どうなることかな。
まもなくオーブ了解を抜けます。
降下作戦はどうなってるのかしらね。カーペンタリアとの連絡はまだ取れない？
はい。呼び出しはずっと続けているんですが。
And rode well.
本艦前方20に多数の熱門反応。これは地球軍艦隊です。ステングラー94、ダニロフ98。
Well, like I said in Season 1. Oh, Omni Enforcers, that's why I heard that before. It's the fucking boats. Oh, Omni, that was the Orb fleet. Being a boat and these kind of things, you're fucked.
Yeah. Yeah.
地球軍はみんなカーペンタリアじゃなかったのかよ。後方オーブ妖怪船にオーブ艦隊展開中です。
Well, guess it's time to sink a navy.
Or two.
砲塔旋回、本艦に向けられています。そんな。
Although I guess to be fair, one of the only times the Archangel was ever severely damaged happened apparently off screen in Season 1 to a naval fight.
正式な条約締結はまだでしょうに。やってくれるわね、オーブも。
艦長。
ああ、もう。ああだこうだ言ってもしょうがない。コンディションレッド発令。ブリッジ遮蔽。対艦対モビルスーツ戦闘用意。大気圏内戦闘よ、アーサー。分かってるわね。
はい。
What is anything that prevents the ship from going underwater?
Maybe it's not built for it.
レッドってなんで？
知らないわよ。なんで私に聞くの？
I'd have to think that the armor would give it some additional ability to handle pressure.
最終チェック。
本艦の前面には空母4隻を含む地球軍艦隊が。そして後方には自国の領海警護と思われるオーブ軍艦隊。
I guess thankfully, unlike the Archangel, this thing has a whole bunch of mobile suits.
Yeah.
本艦の出港を知り、網を張っていたと思われ、またオーブは後方のドアを閉めている。我々には前方の地球軍艦隊突破の他に活路はない。
Yeah, fuck it, sink them all.
I mean, you do have mega particle cannons, so yeah, those those ships are gonna pay a heavy price for doing this.
Like I said, to the bias that I feel the narration is going is I don't give a shit about the Earth Federation people, Earth Alliance people. Sink them all. They're literally just the bad guys this season.
Yeah.
It's also the element that it's got its own weaponry.
Yeah. I mean, it has a lot of weaponry.
Well, I mean, Core Splendor.
Yeah.
That you could attack them as just the fighter craft itself, and then get the Gundam bits launched out to you.
さてロアノークの報告の真偽のほど確かめさせてもらおうか。
Roanoke.
Don't worry about it. That guy went missing a long time ago. That's a joke.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's Neo. That's Neo's name.
Yeah. Oh, that's Neo's name?
Neo Rono.
急げ、ランチャー1番から4番パルジュファル。
I was thinking that sounded familiar, so I checked the board real
Yeah.
quick.
Yuna Roma はどこにいる？軍本部？なんでそんなところに？ああ、いい、わかった。ありがとう。
Couldn't you be in the military headquarters? That's the thing. What does he do? I told you he was trying to get power for himself.
Doesn't mean
Right.
anything. He might have different responsibilities.
Yeah, but she wouldn't be asking about that. If there's a
She
battle,
would
she
if
should
she's
be
been
in the...
away from here so long. She doesn't know what everyone's responsibilities are. Fucking Kira, just standing at beaches all day, every day.
Can he sense that?
I mean, he just
That-
watched the whole nuclear fight from the same
Yeah.
beach just the other day. Kira, man of the people, living on his mansion by the beach.
都市の方向よりミサイル接近。多数。
回避、面かじ20、迎撃。
Maybe attack the carriers to get them to stop launching more mobile suits.
手な口聞いてる暇があるのか。
なるほど。確かになかなかやる船だな。ザムザザーはどうした？あまりに獲物が弱ってからでは効果的なデモは取れんぞ。は、準備でき次第発進させます。未びきかもしれんがね。
This will be our first Gundam seed mobile armor.
Armor, yeah.
ザフトの真似をして作ったカトンボのようなモビルスーツよりもな。ズール01リフトアップ B804 員は誘導確認後バンカーに待機。進路クリア。発進よろし。
Sorry, the guy on the deck, the indicator guy, dead.
Yeah.
接近。
方角映像出ます。
なんだあれは。
モビルアーマー。
It's weird how it seems to be the size of the ships around it, even though it launched from one of those ships.
サンホイザ起動。あれとともに左前方の艦隊を投げ払う。沈みたいの？
あ、はい。いいえ。ターホイザー起動。左遷軸コントロール移行。
Well, you're not supposed to fire those in the atmosphere.
陽電子砲。
Apparently they got like radiation or shit.
陽電子リフレクター展開準備。敵艦に向けリフレクション姿勢。
Oh, is it gonna be like the shield from last season that like bends it all around it?
Oh, that didn't work. The man saved the ship, so it... Oh, he did work. I thought he went right through it. I
think he just destroyed a ship that was next to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, use the beam sabers. If anything like regular Gundam, that shit'll go through anything.
Oh, heat claws.
Rude.
何をしている？かがり。言うな。これはどういうことだ？ミネルヴァが戦っているのか？地球軍と。
そうだよ。オーブの領海の外でね。
あんな大軍相手に。
心配いらないよ、かがり。すでに領海線に護衛艦は出してある。領海の外といってもだいぶ近いからね。困ったもんだよ。
領海に入れさせない気か、ミネルヴァを。
I mean, to be fair, last time when they were neutral, they didn't even interfere with this fight either.
それに正式に調印はまだとはいえ、我々はすでに大西洋連邦との同盟条約締結を決めたんだ。ならば今ここで我々がどんな姿勢を取るべきか、そのくらいのことは君にだってわかるな。
しかしあの船は、
あれはザフトの船だ。間もなく盟友となる大西洋連邦が敵対しているね。鳥さん、なんて火力とパワーだよ、こいつは。
These subtitles seem to be delayed.
I know, that's what I comment.
Yeah.
Minerva、領海線へさらに接近。このまま行けば数分で侵犯します。警告後、威嚇射撃を。領海に入れてはならん。それでも止まらないようなら攻撃も許可する。
言うな。
国はあなたのおもちゃではない。いい加減、干渉で物を言うのはやめなさい。
Slap him! Slap!
懸命に地球を救おうとしてくれた船を撃て。
That's Tilling. He might have gotten a little bit older.
Yeah. Yeah.
政治の世界にはない言葉かもしれんが。警告開始。王はミネルヴァの艦首前方に向けろ。絶対に当てるなよ。はい。司令、それでは命令に。知るか。俺は政治家じゃないんだ。ザフト軍艦ミネルヴァに次ぐ。機関は欧部連合首長国の領域に接近中である。我が国は機関の領域への侵入を認めない。速やかに転進されたし。
何？艦長。
でも今転進したら確実に沈むわ。進路そのまま。
Conversely, maybe you just take to the air.
ミネルヴァ。主砲停。オーブが本気で。しまった。
So angry right now. I'm so fucking angry. I don't know how the fuck we're getting out of this one.
There goes the leg.
Ironically, that's how Amuro was able to defeat the other guy.
Yeah.
But they were underwater at the time.
Yeah. Again. Now in black and white.
Come on, Shin. Take your sorrow and turn it into anger. Zaft thirsts for the strength of its people.
Oh, you busted a nut.
Number 4. Not exactly sure how that gives your mobile suit more power, but whatever.
Oh, it's an energy beam that recharges him. Nice.
Also helpful that they're on water, since it's a deuterium beam. I hope he fucking rages out and kills both fleets.
He might.
He promised to kill Orb. That's the least he can do is take out their fleet. Ah, new legs.
Yeah.
I guess that's the benefit. Damaged systems can be replaced on the fly.
I don't feel sorry for those assholes at all.
Yeah, well, I mean, again, they're being narrated as the bad guys, like, flat out. So... I want to see if he makes the Orb fleet get their comeuppance, though. Do it! Fucking do it!
No, no, don't do that.
They picked their side. They need to be made aware that there's consequences for your actions.
Yeah, he put on the staff uniform. Interesting.
Well, you were already part of them, though.
Yeah.
As we previously discussed.
君は己の信念や真偽に忠誠を誓ってくれればいい。議長。君は自分の信ずるところに従い、今に出せることなく、また必要な時には戦っていくことのできる人間だろ。
そうでありたいと思ってはいますが。
君にならできるさ。だからその力をどうか必要な時には使ってくれたまえ。大行な言い方だが、ザフとプラントのためだけではなく、皆が平和に暮らせる世界のために。
Sure.
I mean, that's why Kira was given the freedom.
Yeah. Oh, now she has the smirk as well. Jesus Christ. She also has the Durandal smirk.
Unless he's about to go down there and stop Shin from destroying the Orb fleet.
Maybe.
Similar situation to Season 1. So the first thing Kira did when he got the freedom was intervene. But that's a story for another time.
Another day.
New ending, though, by which I mean flashbacks of things we constantly see.
Yeah.
Very disappointed that the subtitles decided to fuck up right there at the end, though. Unfortunately, the other subtitles are unreadable to me, so... I don't know. I hope he does go back and destroy the Orb fleet.
I don't know.
You choose your sides. You choose your sides. You got to be made aware that the side you chose is wrong. You decided to side with the people who are about destroying Zaft. You deserve to get fucked up by Zaft. I understand that we're in a war of self-defense and not active.
Yeah, that looks like what's the name? Stella, yeah.
I don't know, I was looking at...
And a new hero ship, perhaps?
Great. Good time for the subtitles to get back in order. Yeah, so I guess he still has the freedom. I said before freedom showed up at the last line.
Yeah. And awkward guy is pushing even further than just being awkward.
Well, I mean, I'm sorry. I somehow watched the whole thing and lost focus in the while I was doing it. So I don't remember anything I saw by the next time on, other than figuring that the freedom was coming back. Again, Orb fleet deserves to get sunk. They chose their sides. They actively fired warning shots and then active shots.
No, but they didn't know. They just weren't all the were warning shots. They didn't hit
Minerva was at high risk of getting sunk, and they're like, fuck off, go away. Fuck them. You know what? You haven't signed anything yet. Technically, you shouldn't be protecting the other fleet, or whatever.
You're protecting your borders.
Fuck off.
Because he was going to cross over.
Fuck off.
No.
You know all the anger that you feel about Yuna? That to the fleet. Fuck off.
No. Now, if Yuna personally got a bullet to the brain, I was like...
Yuna did nothing wrong in that scenario.
But you want the fleet to be sunk.
The fleet, I want people to actively pay for the things that they're currently doing.
And who gave the order?
We don't know.
Yuna gave the order.
No, you didn't give the order. Literally, we have no idea.
Gave the order.
Kigali walked into the room and had a conversation with Yuna about what's going on.
And he gave the order to say, fire warning shots.
Look,
he was the one who gave the order.
Look, he may have gotten those orders from his dad. We don't know.
No. If he gets a bullet to the brain right now, that would solve the problem.
Also, once again, it's the guys on the ship's fault for just following orders. They're the ones actively hurting our crew. You know, the guy on the ship could have been like, no, I won't do it. Those guys are our allies. I respect, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Well, I mean, Jin is in seed mode, and he's actively looking at the Orb fleet. I can only assume 1 still equals 1.
Unless he calms down or something. Somebody talks to him.
Why would he do that? He literally just went through a whole memory about his family getting killed.
Someone else would talk him down. I'm not saying he would do it. Someone else would have to talk him down.
I hope not.
I hope he does. Because it just makes the situation worse.
That's what maybe needs to happen. If you feel that there's no consequence to your actions, then you're not going to make informed decisions. If you know that, oh, shit, people are going to die again, then maybe you'll hesitate a moment before you order people to attack, or fire warning shots or whatever. And that's not for Yuna, that's for Kigali, because Kigali could still override those fucking commands.
See, but the problem, once he destroys the Orb fleet, Kigali has no choice but to go full on with a war. Because
at least she would have fucking made a decision.
Yeah, but it's actually a decision made for her. She just rubber stamping the decision, like everything she's done up to this point. In fact, I predict that she's going to say, pull the ships back. And then Yuna's going to go like, no, arrest her or something. And that's going to be that.
Yeah, because you can arrest the president for giving an order.
Mm-hmm.
I see you unfit for command for I can't think of a reason.
It's going to be a coup then.
I don't see that being a coup. He's like not set up for a coup. They've done no back legwork to set up a coup.
Yeah. We'll see what happens, but yeah, I think yeah.
I'm angry at the fleet now, the same way that you're angry at Yuna all the time. So the same way that you say nonsense shit, like I hope Yuna takes hard labor at a rock quarry or whatever, I want that fleet sunk. I might say something different next week when we watch again, but right now, that was an infuriating episode of Orb being bullshit.
Yeah.
I feel about Orb the way Shin feels about Orb.
Well, I disagree, but that's just the nature of the beast.
That's the nature of our conversations.
That's what I meant.
Our conversations aren't a beast. No one's ever done, God, your comment section. God, your discussions are always the beast.
It's a turn of phrase.
Is that what this represents?
Yes.
I thought you were revolving a beat. Because your name's DJ, isn't it?
What? That was bad. That was really, really bad. I don't know how. Thank God. I'm going to shut up. I'm not going to mention it. Nope. Not happening. Not this episode. We're not doing it.
I already called you out for being a detective.
No. Shut up. The hell up.
All right, well, that's it for today. Once again, I have been Theta. This has been Lessons. We've been Stoneface Reactions, and we will catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stoneface Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below, and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video, what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?